this is Jodi. Thanks for joining me today to learn how to make this quick and creative card. This card would be perfect for a wedding or anniversary, anything to celebrate where you need something elegant. So let's go ahead and get started. The base of this card is very vanilla, and it's 8.5 by 5.5. And then I have a piece of the fancy foil vellum. This is from the Stampin' Up! Occasions catalog. This piece is 4 inches by 5.25. And what I want to do is be very careful to just put some adhesive behind the gold foil polka dots. If I put the adhesive on the actual vellum, you would see right through. So I'm just going to literally put a little bit on every one of these dots to secure this layer. So I'll attach this piece to another piece of very vanilla that's the exact same size, the 4 inches by 5.25. So by putting that on here, it just gives a background that I can work with more easily. It's a little sturdier. This seems to be just a little bit long. So I'll just go ahead and use my scissors to cut that. And before I add this to the card, I want to take some ruffled crisp cantaloupe ribbon about halfway down. I'll just lay that on here and then flip this over. So I'll put some adhesive here and secure the end, and then put some adhesive over here. And before I secure that in, I'm just going to go back this way to make sure it's straight, and then I'll attach that on the back. So now I will put adhesive on this and attach it to the very vanilla card. The focal point on this card is made with this piece of gold foil paper. I cut it out using the Deco Labels Framelits, and I'm going to add some texture to it with my Sizzix Big Shot. So I'll pull that in. This is a embossing folder that is called Beautifully Baroque. Sorry about that. And I'll just stick it right in here and crank it through. And then when you open it up, you have that fun pattern on the foil paper. It just looks so stunning when you emboss that foil paper. So now I'm going to take this piece of crisp cantaloupe. I punched it already with a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'll attach that directly onto the center of this frame. And then this will get added to the card using some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'll kind of put them in each corner. And my goal here is to get it to just rest in the center right over the ribbon. So I want the dimensionals to attach to the card, not to the ribbon. So that's why I kind of spread them out the way that I did. So this will go on in the center. And then the last thing we need to do, I've got some very vanilla scrap. This stamp set, Mr. and Mrs., is from the set Label Love, and it's got a coordinating punch. This is the Artisan label punch. So I'll go ahead and ink this up with some gold metallic ink. I'm going to tap it on here gently because it's a very foamy pad, so it's real easy to get a lot of ink in places that you don't want it. So I'll stamp right here on the vanilla scrap, and hopefully you can see that metallic. It just has a little bit of shimmer to it. Go ahead and put the lid back on. Anytime you have an ink pad like this where the lid just comes off like that, be sure to store it upside down because that will keep the ink at the top of the pad and help it to last longer for you. So this I'm going to slide right in here and just line up with my punch and then pop that out. And then the last thing I need to do is put a couple of dimensionals on this and add it to the card. And I just need to put it right in the center there to create the focal point. So very elegant, quick and creative card for you today. Thanks so much for watching. For daily creative inspiration, visit my blog or find me on Facebook at Jodi Reinert Stamps.